Hi, good evening, everyone. What a pleasant surprise. We have with us one of the wonderful educators from Lebanon. Hi, good evening, everyone. What a pleasant surprise. And we have this academician right from Lebanon, and she's going to talk about how to cater to quality learning and teaching in this pandemic era. Obviously, we have challenges, we have priorities, but to teach is to preach, and we can't let away with our children. Even if there is pandemic, we need to be very straightforward to get the best of the learning imparted through technology. Of course, how has the role of teachers and technologies, particularly during COVID, has changed? So we are going to cover about quality education. We are going to talk about role of teachers and technologies, reimagining education, empowering distant learning through our keynote speaker for today, Farah Rustam. She is an international academician, a Lebanese by nationality, and she has had her commitments through the Youth Education Center, and her achievements include being an MIE expert and, of course, globally known professional with the Institute of Global Professionals, Director of Education at International Youth Education, and above all, has had wonderful coordination with the teachers globally on the initiation towards learning through technology. She is an MIEE expert, and I welcome her at this platform of RockStar Teachers, which has over 1 lakh followers all around the world. And we are looking forward to sharing some identity on the new notion of learning to learn through technology. So welcome, Farah, at this platform. How do you like being here?
Thank you so much. I'm highly appreciating being here with you all, and hopefully we'll have a fruitful session, all of us sharing knowledge with all educators all over the world. Thank you so much for this nice introduction.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What do you think about the current scenario and how you're going to integrate technology as an educator?
Actually, really during COVID-19 pandemic, all educators, all schools, principals all over the world, they had many challenges. And we cannot deny that they have done their efforts to continue the journey by integrating different digital tools and having different platforms, whether they know about it or they don't know about it, or they have the infrastructure or they don't. They have done their efforts to continue, and we appreciate that. Whatever they did is highly appreciated in all countries, whatever is the circumstances, whether it is with simple tools or whether with highly advanced platforms.
Oh, great. So now I'll take this opportunity to request you to initiate your presentation on the very move of catering to COVID-19 and implementing quality education through technology.
So let me share my screen.
Yes, please do.
And start with our presentation. I will have the slideshow. Oops, there. Okay, everything is clear? Great. So what we are after today, we are after a very important title: how the role of teachers and technology has changed amidst COVID-19 pandemic. We will start with what is education. With our agenda for today, we will have an overview. We will learn what is education. We can see it from different perspectives. We'll see education and SDGs. Then we will move to education delivery during COVID era. We will reimagine future of education together. We will see how to empower distance digital learning, and I will share recommendations and resources at the end of the session. So let's start with this mind map. Let's look together at this mind map and find out how students look at education. If you look at this image, you can find out that students are learning from different perspectives. If you look at this image, you can see some students, they see education as art, maybe as music. Some others, they see it as challenges. Others, they see it as technique. Maybe others, they see it as a process, or life, or biology, or health. So students can see education from different perspectives, according to their skills, maybe according to their talents, their hobbies. Accordingly, we have to go on with these perspectives and start looking at education from the educator's point of view, helping and supporting and personalizing what the students need. So education and multiple perspectives, we can say that education is a foundation of all. It's a combination of all. It's creativity and innovation, sustainable development goals, knowledge, skills, values. Yes, it's more. It's lifelong learners. It's morals, beliefs, and habits. Yes, teaching and learning. Yes, human development. Yes. So it is a combination of all. Whatever you're looking, or from whatever angle you are looking at education, you can see it from different perspectives, but at the end, it is a foundation and combination of all. Moving now to education and SDGs. Let's see the relation between education and SDGs. All of us, we know that we have 17 sustainable development goals. Education is goal 4, and it is titled, as per Sustainable Development Goals, quality education. What its goal? It aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all by Agenda 2030. So let us have some facts and figures and see what's the status of education nowadays. We see it before COVID-19 and after COVID-19. As we can see here, we have millions, 258 million children and adolescents, more than half of 10 years old in low and middle income countries were not learning to read a simple text. We have 617 million children and adolescents cannot read and do basic math, and this is all before COVID-19. What is the case after COVID-19? It's more and more now. 1.6 billion students in over 190 countries were affected negatively by COVID-19 and by the closure of schools all over the world. So we should not forget that even if we have these statistics, we have still to emphasize and to highlight and to believe that whatever is the status, whatever we have a crisis, we have to believe that education is for all. We have to emphasize on the fact that education is for all and fight for education for all. Let us see education for all from 3 perspectives and see why and how it is for all. First of all, education is a human right. Secondly, it is a public responsibility. And third, it is a key to sustainable development. Let us see why and how. Education is a human right. According to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, calls for a free and compulsory elementary education. And this goes further with the Convention on the Rights of the Child to agree more and more that countries should make higher education accessible to all. What about public responsibility? If you look at this quote by Francis Capel, he said, education is too important to be left solely to the educators. So it's not the responsibility of schools and the principals and educators in schools. Never. It is the responsibility of community, of parents, of every and single one. It is his and her responsibility. Moving to education for sustainable development and its importance of having education to support and to achieve the sustainable development goals and the agenda by 2030, the international community recognized that education, it is not important by itself, yet it is essential for the success of all 17 of its goals. So now we know what is education. We know how what is its relation with the SDGs. We will move and to see how education is delivered during COVID era. What is the role of teachers and technology? As I have said at the very start, that due to the pandemic COVID-19, all principals and schools and educators, they have done incredible willingness to help and to go on with their journey to move to remote learning as quickly as possible, whatever was the circumstances in their country. And technology played a very important role to support and to help in this transformation, in this learning journey to move online. How teachers were managing their classes, their virtual classes, how did they continue that journey? They have integrated a variety of tools and applications. Some teachers, they have used videos, YouTube. Others, they have used games, such as Kahoot application. Some others in other countries, they have used engagement applications, such as WooClap, Nearpod, and Prezi. In more advanced countries, they were using collaboration tools such as Microsoft Sway, and they were using Wakelet. And moreover, some other teachers, they were using different communication tools such as Microsoft Teams, such as Google Classroom, and others. We have also many teachers and educators, they were using documentation tools, Google Documents, Google Sheets, or Microsoft Office Online, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So really, if you look at these tools, you can see that all teachers were doing their best to help and to support in this transformation. So now we know what's the status, and we know that we cannot deny that we have to reimagine the future of education, to integrate technology into our education system. Let us reimagine a future of education together. Reimagining a future of education, actually, you can do it from different perspectives. But today, I will highlight on two pillars for the reimagining future of education. We will talk about distance learning and digital learning. So let's start with distance learning. Once I say distance learning, I mean here rebuilding the campuses to be compatible with distance learning. What do I mean by that? I mean that 4 years maybe it takes for any student to complete his major or her major in any university in any country. By staying in this country or in this branch or in this campus in UK or in USA or in Lebanon or GCC or India for 4 continuous years. However, once you imagine rebuilding the campuses to be compatible with distance learning, you will imagine that every semester, this student will be in a different campus in a different country. Imagine how will be his life and how will the mindset will be for these students. It allows students to move across rotating campuses. It allows the students to discover the world, to accept diversity, to explore different cultures, to have more friends. So starting from here, it's very important to reimagine a future of education. Moving to the second pillar that I want to highlight on while reimagining future of education, it's digital learning. What do I mean by digital learning? It's the transformation strategies to have an innovative digital learning classroom. So we can have digital curriculum. We can offer all the resources to be digital, text, videos, images, or you can have digital learning platforms, including learning management systems, already courses that you can learn at self-paced learning courses. Also, we have the school management system. Moreover, we can have digital tools, including Office 365 applications, or including educational applications, or including Google documents and others. So now, imagining how to reimagining future of education based on distance learning and digital learning, it's worth now to see how to empower distance and digital learning, to learn more or to have an idea how can we empower distance and digital learning. Definitely there are many ways, but today I have just focused to share with you best applications for teachers and educators. As you can see here, I have about 25 applications, starting from quizzes, we have Remind, we have Class Dojo. I'm sure that there are many educators, they are using them, and others maybe they would like to learn more about new applications. And as you can see here, we have Kahoot, we have TED, we have Dropbox, we have Slack. As you can see, Zoom, CISO, and Edmodo, Slack, and much, much more. I will just give you samples about a few applications. Maybe it could be of help and support. Application number 1, it's Kahoot, and really a very, very nice application. I do highly recommend for all elementary, primary school to use, especially after single quiz or single lesson, to have assessment for the lesson or for the learning objectives that you are after every single lesson. It is a game-based learning platform and easy to create, easy to share. Already there are many Kahoots, you can use them on the spot. In a few minutes, you can assess your students. We have another application, is very important and very nice also. It's a Prezi, and this application, why it's nice and very important, I have just selected for you this application. It's a video maker, and the students can see the content and can see you on the same screen. And this will have more engagement during the lesson. Also, we have Wakelet. Wakelet is a free content creation platform, and this application, it's very nice to create profiles for students. So they can share it with each others, or maybe you can have a project you want to share and you want to collaborate. It's very easy and very nice, and it can be used for all levels in schools.
Okay, well, I'll just
Finally,
ask here just a little query. Many of them are free and some are paid. So obviously when you pay, you get the better quality, better features, but majority of them come with free option where you can always have a try and explore the beauty of it. Carry on.
Yes. Thank you for this notification. And really, it depends on the school, it depends on the educators, but most of them, they are free, and you can use them easily. We can say that Nearpod, we have the Kahoot, and we have the Wool Club, we have the Prezi. All these, most of them, they are free, and especially if you are not you are using the primary options. Yeah. And moving now to the recommendations and references. Here are a few recommendations to help and support and to share with you the experience of integrating technology and delivering delivering of education during the COVID era. First of all, empower distance learning using different digital learning platforms. As I said, we have the learning management systems, or we have the Microsoft Teams, or we have the student portals, and so on. Increase audience engagement using various educational applications, and here we mean the students, of course, and the educational applications, as I said, including the ones that I have mentioned before, WooClub, Prezi, Edmodo, Bansi, and all these applications, and Socrative, quizzes, Quizlets, and more. We have many, according to the subject, according to the level of students. Moreover, I highly recommend to focus on new educational approaches, to move from the traditional approach and to go on to game-based learning approach. Integrate new strategies such as project-based learning and inquiry-based learning. Moving from teacher-centric to student-centered learning. And here I want to highlight that it is highly recommended to personalize learning. So just find out and explore your students in classroom and find out what they need more to focus while preparing your lessons and your lesson plans. Moreover, I highly recommend to promote 21st century skills such as communication skills, collaboration skills, self-regulation skills, real problem solving, and so on. Also, I recommend to support to achieve Sustainable Development Goals Agenda by 2030. As I have said, it is very essential to the success of all 17 goals. And finally, to develop continuous development and to develop and to go on for continuous professional development by attending webinars, attending events, reading books, searching for groups or Facebook to join, to learn more. And of course, there are many recommendations, and hopefully that these will be support for you in future for the second academic year for the ones who have started their summer vacation. Here are a few references I would like to share with you from Microsoft, from UN.org, from UNESCO.org, and finally, here are my social media link for the ones who would like to see, maybe to watch the YouTube videos for the educational applications. I want to thank you all for attending the event and the webinar. And at the end, I want to welcome you all to the virtual summer camp 2021 Ventesco Youth Education Center. Welcome all. Here are the contact details: online summer camp, educational camp, rich educational camp with a variety of activities, starting with training, clubs for languages, for technology, and for summer tuition. Thank you so much, and hopefully we can see each other with more webinars in the future.
Very good. Thank you so very much. Can I have your screen sharing off so that we can interact more?
Yeah,
thank you
of
so
course.
very much. Well, it was great. You just click on stop share. Oh, that's great. Thank you so very much. It was a wonderful presentation, and I'm very sure the teachers who are watching us will try to implement technology now with the new all structured format, with connectivity and all what tools you have discussed. They are really, really great. And I look forward that many of the teachers, will certainly look forward to develop new strategies, new planning, new execution in their classroom to connect with their teachers, colleagues, students, and the parents, because the connect has to be through the parents, because we are using the home environment with courtesy parents who have invested a lot, to deliver the quality digital platform for their children to use and connect with their teachers sitting at homes. So thanks to the wonderful parents who have invested, many of them have invested a lot, to provide this classroom based at their homes. And that has proved the notion that classroom is no longer the four walls within brick and mortar, but it is anywhere, in any format. And that's what we call it, the new definition of WWW, that is whatever, whenever, wherever. And that is what is the quality learning we are having as of now. So thank you, Farah, for this wonderful deliberation. I'm sure people liked it, I liked it, and may God bless you for this presence of yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Highly appreciated. And bye for now.
That's all from Mark.